And then what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul on JC towards the end?
It was a flagrant foul.
You think it's like defending Caitlin or defending the team, or how do you view just how it all?
I view it as a flagrant foul.
That's about the game too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys came for basketball.
Yeah,
Let's talk about basketball. Come on now.
What do you think of just how you all were able to pull in the second half, Caitlin, and
We're
particularly?
going to the Commissioner Cup Championship.
Let's
That's
go!
pretty exciting. Y'all want to talk about that? Let's talk about that.
What do you think, again, in the second half?
What if the WNBA's biggest star, its entire engine of ratings, ticket sales, and mainstream relevance, is on the verge of quitting? Not because of performance, not because of pressure, but because of constant abuse, deafening silence from leadership, and a league-wide smear campaign. This is the story of how Caitlin Clark may be ready to walk away and take the WNBA's future with her.
WNBA record. This is her second season. And you put the numbers together, that's like 10 seasons. That girl did it in 10 seasons. That means she had one a season. Caitlin Clark is... when Caitlin Clark gets to 10 seasons, she's going to have 100 of these. And y'all can't get a girl her roses. Now, I don't like the fact that she be getting woke because she don't want all these lesbians to be mad at it. At the end of the day, is the woman putting in the work, she's putting in the work.
This season was supposed to be Clark's coronation. Instead, it's become her crucifixion. From hard fouls to toxic commentary, she's gone from savior to scapegoat. And fans have had enough.
This is all going according to plan. This is ideal. Caitlin Clark is holding up her end by being awesome and by being a trash-talking jerk on the court. Love it. Her teammates are holding up their end by having her back. The other players in the league are holding up their end by not liking her. Perfect. Couldn't have written a better script. Caitlin is talking trash to this girl. This girl's hard fouling her. Her teammate Sophie Cunningham, who got a black belt in Taekwondo at the age of 6, she's like, I will F you guys up. All of it's great. And Caitlin's a killer. 10 out of 10.
Clark gets shoved to the ground again, and ESPN analysts scramble to explain why she somehow provoked it. One smirk, and she's labeled arrogant. One deep three, and suddenly she's asking for it. When did basketball become a morality test?
Caitlin Clark is driving the WNBA insane. It's to the point that she may need to step away from the WNBA, have a billionaire come in that has the money to prove a point, and say, Caitlin, I'll pay you $50 million just to see if the WNBA can make it without you. Let's go create a completely different league and expose the hell out of the WNBA just to embarrass this Angel Reese girl that Jameel Hill just said she could go down as a Michael Jordan of WNBA.
Yeah.
It's not just the commentary. It's on the court. Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul. Lexi Hull's body check. Angel Reese's viral taunts. Marina Mabrey's full body shove. And somehow, Caitlin's the one asked to calm down.
Well, I will say this. When Caitlin Clark was out, they lost 55% of their viewership. So, basically, Caitlin Clark is paying all their salaries.
Pretty much.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can hate her as much as you want, but she's brought in millions of fucking dollars. So you should be kissing her ass.
And that kind of defeated the purpose of Angel Reese's argument of she's like, hey, it's not just Caitlin Clark that is bringing all the viewership to the WNBA. It's like, well, it definitely is. It's like it kind of proved that with the viewership rating being down that she significantly increases viewership with
They try so hard to compare her to Caitlin Clark. They try. So
When even legends like Michael Jordan, Cynthia Cooperdike, and Larry Bird weigh in with admiration, but the WNBA can't offer her basic respect. You know something's broken.
The Fever and Sun hold a brawl and a basketball game breaks out. This was something. Caitlin Clark, without question, gets raked across the face. I think she gets poked in the eye, but it's difficult to tell.
If you're the Indiana Fever, you cannot stand by and let that happen. They need to make it clear to the officials. If you're going to let this happen, then we're going to stand up for our player and make a mess of the game, and you're going to have a big mess on your hands. So you need to stand up for this. You need to do something about this.
You just learned with definitive data and beyond question that Caitlin Clark controls more than half the audience for the entire WNBA.
From Reddit threads to trending hashtags like Protect Caitlyn, fans are no longer whispering, they're roaring, calling out officials, canceling subscriptions, demanding accountability.
A lot of us were expecting some sort of dip since Caitlin Clark has been out with injury, but I don't think all of us were expecting the entire viewership of the entire WNBA to be down. And this tweet from Christine Brennan really stuck out to me. She said one player gets injured and more than half the TV audience for the entire league disappears. Has any other athlete ever had that kind of impact on a sport? Golf without Tiger definitely dropped precipitously on occasion, but not like this. This news is alarming for the league, and it's alarming for the league because this is such a crucial year for the WNBA.
Sources close to Clark's team are reportedly weighing offers from Europe and even a new media venture. The WNBA might lose her, not because she failed, but because the league did.
I am sick and tired of the way they are treating my girl, Caitlin Clark. I am here to propose a solution. I think they need an enforcer. You know, someone who comes off the bench to kind of lay the smackdown on the opposing team member. I want to get the word out to the Indiana Fever that I am available. I'm ready to identify as whatever I need to in order to get the job. They need someone like me. Why? Because I'm not afraid of any 6 foot tall lesbian. I work out. Now, I have a couple of real good go-to moves in my bag of tricks.
Let's be clear, Caitlin Clark isn't asking for special treatment. But Angel Reese and others have turned their own insecurity into personal attacks. And instead of defusing the feud, the league is fanning the flames. No Clark, no crowds. No highlights. No media attention. No more Cinderella story. If she walks, the league shrinks overnight. And maybe, just maybe, that's what it'll take for them to wake up.
Caitlin Clark has decided to quit the WNBA and move on and go play over in Europe. I do not blame her. I applaud it. I say do it. Get as far away from the WNBA as you can. Let that league sink. Okay? Do not help them, Caitlin. Get away. I believe you could create your own league. Okay? You could be the fucking player that creates whatever, the next professional women's basketball league. Let this one just go and let Caitlin try to build the next WNBA.
The league needed a hero. They got one. And now they're running her out. Caitlin Clark isn't the problem. She's the mirror. And the league may not survive the reflection.
I want to get your opinion because it's been a minute on this Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark stuff that's been going on. Brittany Griner a couple of weeks ago in a video says trash effing white girl when she was playing Caitlin Clark. What's your just kind of 30,000 foot view of this?
There is not an organization more dedicated and committed to self-imploding than the WNBA. The WNBA was like handed the golden egg that is Caitlin Clark. Yeah. And they have done everything to just self-destruct. Yeah. Whether it's these totally crazy, like, racial investigations that have been proven a hoax.
What if the WNBA's brightest star walks away? After back-to-back assaults, biased calls, and viral controversies, Caitlin Clark may finally be done playing nice, and possibly done playing at all. Tonight, we break the silence.
Caitlin Clark did her thing. Coming off of the injury, she returned for the Fever, and I swear I am not being hyperbolic. We were immediately gifted one of the greatest halves we have ever seen in the WNBA, and I say that with all context involved. This series from Caitlin Clark, the pull-up three here, and you are about to see back-to-back-to-back triples for Caitlin Clark in this game. I am not trying to erase the things we have seen from Maya Moore, from Diana Taurasi, A'ja Wilson's 53-point game, Stewie, Cynthia Cooper. Like, we have seen incredible halves of basketball, but you see Caitlin Clark coming off of that made three from the Liberty. Pull up, of course. She's making it in that moment.
It was never supposed to be like this. Clark didn't just join the WNBA, she revived it. Sold out arenas, doubled jersey sales, TV ratings higher than ever. But behind the scenes, elbows, ejections, silence. It wasn't one foul.
It was a pattern.
Sophie Cunningham's flagrant, Mabry's blindside shove, Reese's passive jabs, and the refs? Delayed.
Confused.
Complicit. How does a player responsible for half of league viewership get treated like an expendable rookie? Clark plays hurt. She plays smart. But now, she might be done playing nice. Speculation is heating up. Sources close to the Fever hint Clark may not return next season. Rumors suggest she's considering Europe, or even a break from basketball entirely. Angel Reese, Sophie Cunningham, Marina Mabry, Lexi Hull. Clark's had no shortage of rivals. But what makes this different is the silence. Where's the league support? Legends like Maya Moore, Larry Bird, and Cynthia Cooperdike have all recognized her greatness. But greatness unprotected becomes greatness undone. Sponsors are watching. Streaming giants are tracking drops. And if Clark walks, the domino effect could collapse years of effort in one offseason. Stay and risk more injury, more gaslighting, and more politics. Or walk away and redefine her legacy on her own terms. If the WNBA won't protect its stars, what will it protect? The moment Clark leaves, they don't just lose viewership, they lose the future. She built this league's comeback. Now it's on the league to prove they deserve her. Because if Caitlin Clark walks, she's not just leaving the court, she's taking the crowd with her. How much can one athlete endure before she finally says, enough? Caitlin Clark came into the WNBA not just as a player, but as a movement, bringing unprecedented viewership, skyrocketing merchandise sales, and breathing life into a league desperately needing a face. But instead of being protected, celebrated, or even respected, she's been turned into a target. Night after night, she takes the hits, both physical and emotional. Elbows to the face, body shoves that go unchecked, refs pretending not to see, and commentators twisting the story until she's somehow the villain in her own highlight reel. She's expected to sell out arenas, play through pain, absorb abuse, and still smile through interviews like nothing's wrong. But fans see it. They're not blind. They've seen Sophie Cunningham's flagrant, Marina Mabry's shove, and the silence that follows from those in power. The truth is, this league was gifted a generational icon, and it chose to grind her down. So when whispers begin that Caitlin might walk away, maybe to Europe, maybe to a new league, maybe just to find peace, don't act shocked. She's not giving up. She's taking back her worth. Because being great should mean being punished, and if the WNBA can't protect its biggest star, then maybe it doesn't deserve her at all. It's clear the league's brightest star is being punished for simply shining too bright. But what they don't seem to understand is this. If Caitlin Clark walks away, she won't be leaving alone.